think we're far enough away that we're not going to bother anyone right now, T-Rex, by talking. Let's go over here and check it out. Over easy, started on time this morning, and the gondola started at, I think it started loading at about 5 a.m. So there was a Stowe Community Church hosting sunrise service up there at the Cliff House this morning, and it was actually snowing a little bit at that time. So happy Easter. There's the backside of that little bit of snow cloud. Looks like a alto nimbostratus cloud, and some blue sky, much less wind. I believe every day that you can get out of bed, dress yourself, feed yourself, get your dog or your family or your farm animals out the door and taken care of is a blessed day. So another blessed day for us here in between weather systems, very subtle weather systems. I just saw a snowflake, one snowflake. T-Rex, you want to go down here? See if we can see any snow in the mud that we tracked a couple days ago. So, technically, today is the third day in a row where it did snow a little in New England. See, right there? That's how much. But the snow depth up there at the snow stake is still over 5 feet. And it was fun yesterday when the wind finally let down enough to go out and enjoy some turns with Carl. And I came over to Sunny Spruce. It was very crowded yesterday. Big piles of corn snow, people skiing in every which way direction. It was kind of too crowded, but such is life. First world problem, right? T-Rex, do you choose not to go down here? What's going on with that? So I choose to do first tracks this morning. Well, obviously not first tracks and gondolier, because those that were at the service are already on the slopes. But maybe up there, top of the Forerunner, where I didn't get to yesterday because of the wind. Anyhow, it's coast-to-coast weather. We had a front that stretches from just off of Los Angeles, where there are special marine warnings this morning. I woke up at 4 o'clock. Rex woke us up, and so I did check out some of the weather maps pre-dawn, and a lot of little things crossing the country. And any one of them can be a surprise for April Fools, and we're still looking at the potential for a 3 or 4 day storm, but real tricky on the precipitation with that one. All right, let's go skiing, Rex. Well, I'll go skiing. You can go back to bed, and we'll come right back with full weather details. I've been up, I did my texture check, I'm back. It's past lunchtime. Brought these forsythia and daffodils from the home worm farm, studying the weather map because everyone wants to know, when is it gonna snow? Well, it snowed a lot of the morning already here today. That was kind of a surprise. It was just gorgeous. Start with the groomers. We had corn groomers. I don't know if I've ever had corn corduroy before, but that's what it was. Now it's just probably plain old corn. I better not talk too loud. I'll get in trouble over here. Fortunately, there's not much wind. It's about 32 degrees down here. Just a gorgeous day. Kind of low barometer cold. You know what that means? Instability. This morning it was in the single digits on top of Mount Washington, while in the valleys it was in the lower 30s. And any little minor perturbation, as I mentioned before, can trigger these scattered flurries or showers. Now, I want to get right to the meat of the forecast, but we got to bounce through the rest of our Easter afternoon and Sunday night, Monday, with more complexities, but I don't think that it's going to impact the weather too much. But the NAM and the GFS, which last week really was poor guidance, indicating NAM a couple of days ago with snow for southern New England tomorrow, and then the GFS the day before that was indicating 50 inches of snow near Worcester. So those models are in the doghouse, not relying on the even new NAM, which has a fairly wet day tomorrow in Connecticut. And I'm not looking at the GFS either, because I think that takes its load too far to the north on Tuesday night, Wednesday night. So we're sticking with the reliable. Last weekend, it was the best model for that storm we had. It was now 8 days ago, and it only went off the rails once. But the Euro now has been consistent. So let's go with the Euro. That coast-to-coast front that's on the weather map, with all that weather coming out of the southwest, that whole trough is ejecting a series of low-pressure systems, one after another, coming through here with little bits of stuff here Monday, Tuesday, and then there's the Tuesday afternoon, heavy rain and snow north Tuesday afternoon into here in Vermont, probably Tuesday night into Wednesday. So it starts as snow north, rain south, and this rain snow line is probably not going to move too much. I want to stop it right here, Wednesday, 18Z. 18Z, you got to do the math on that, 4 hours ahead. So that's really 1,400 hours here. You got to subtract 12. That makes 2 o'clock in the afternoon on Wednesday. You see dual 989 low pressure systems. What's 989 in inches? That's about 29 inches even. And to the north, you see the 32 isobar just above that, way up there near the Arctic Circle. This high pressure system is at about 1034, and that's about 30.5 inches on the barometer. The conversion table here to see what the millibars are equal in inches. Inquiring minds want to know what are the standard numbers on these storms. So they're all issued in the worldwide metric system. So those are the numbers we see. All right, now, sorry, we'll put this back into motion. The 989 low, primary moving into Ontario, is weakening, and it's going to dissolve, and a new 987, 86, 85, 84, 83, 982 low wobbling around Nantucket Sound, doing the blizzard loop. I talked about that. The blizzard of 1978 got caught in an upper level closed low, and it looped around for a couple of days. And this one wants to loop around for a couple of days, and with a barometer near 29 inches, there is the possibility for blizzard conditions. It looks like you probably get dry slotted in a lot of southern New England, so from the south coast to Cape Cod, probably mostly just wet and windy, and even an eye-like feature to this system Wednesday night, Thursday into Friday. And it doesn't stop really until Friday afternoon up here. So that's all day Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 3 days. That's 72. It'd probably go about 90 hours of snow. So even if you only get a half inch or a quarter of an inch an hour of snow, which I think is conservative, times 90, we're looking at 20 to 30 inches of snow, and potentially some places coming in with more than 3 feet of snow, depending on where deformation bands form. Deformation bands are those bands of heavy snow rotating and radiating out from the center of the storm. First they rotate out, and then they rotate back in, and in some of those bands, we've got to think that someone's getting more than 40 inches of snow between Tuesday and about next Saturday. Oh yeah, and after that, what about the eclipse on Monday the 8th? It looks like we have ridging here in the east, and most of the guidance is going for sunshine, but we're pretty close to the boundary between warm and cold, and that boundary between warm and cold is pretty much responsible for everything we've been talking about the last couple of weeks and going forward. Anomalous cold in Canada, anomalous warmth coming out of the Gulf of Mexico, anomalous low pressure coming off the Pacific Ocean, anomalous April snowstorm incoming. All right, trying to make this quick and not too loud. I may go back out skiing again this afternoon. It's really nice up there. Corn snow, even though it's very cold, the sun really does its magic. So we're staying another night. We'll see you again tomorrow with and more. And more from yesterday with the blue sky, and more from this morning where it just kept on snowing. And it was a God-given, blessed Easter morning here in New England and Vermont, and hopefully the same wherever you are with you and yours. Do you see T-Rex? What's going on out here? Okay, so it's 1 o'clock. They're not loading the gondola, but the over easy is open. I think most of the rest of the lifts are open. And it's just cold enough that the snow melting off the roof is icing up a bit here. So technically it's freezing, but it's a lot better than it was this morning, and some blue sky and sunshine. Looks like the next gondola ride is for our Easter sunrise service. Think they'll groom it again tonight? All right, we're going up there. Yeah, we're swaying a little bit here. We're swaying.
Come on, bud.
The river. The dust isn't quite as dusty. How about the line? There is a pretty long line.
Oh shit, really? I didn't sign up for that, Tim. Should we just walk up?
Yeah, let's just walk up. Like all those people coming down Gondolier right now. No, actually they can take Rimrock over. Saturday at 1 o'clock, time I usually don't ski, but it is beautiful, and we haven't done any exercise yet today. Parking lot's not full, but we have limited lifts. Sensation is done for the season. Gondola's not opening today. So you get your 10-minute lift lines. Pretty day anyway. Where'd the man with the gold helmet go? That's not that bad here. That wasn't too bad, huh? What's your name? Where you from?
What, Tim? You know me.
Steve from Arlington.
Jen from Arlington.
Jillian.
Caleb.
Nice to meet you. It was a game, Danny. It was a game.
All right.
We're gonna ski together. Where are we skiing? Downhill? Want to go this way?
Down the hill.
How about a left here, and I'll go right in front of you. Oh, we got a little bump action. It's corn snow. Nice. Dan? Oh, he got me. Wise guy. It's a game. All right. That was great. Great to meet you. Surf ski weather on YouTube. Bluebird, very clean air from Canada, from the North Pole. Also, fuel for the next storm. Storms need cold and warm. Nevertheless, though, perfect skiing today. It's freezing in the shade. Look at that chunk of ice. It's gonna fall eventually. But we got icicles. Yet the skating rink is closed because of the sun. Because of how powerful the sun is this time of year. It's just a gorgeous, pretty day, but the wind kind of relentless up there. All right, it's more like it. The wind has finally let up. It looks like they loaded all the cabins onto the gondola for sunrise service. Might actually snow tonight, believe it or not, even though it is totally clear right now. Incredible thermal gradient. I did not expect to see severe thunderstorms over Ohio and Indiana today, but they're there. All right. And more and more and more. Yeah, it's been a long ride, hasn't it? The dogs love the snow. Hi, T-Rex. What do you got? T-Rex. 8 o'clock. Technically, it's snowing. It's a nimbostratus. Bring it. Day 3 in a row, New England snow. Gonna be a week full of April Fool's weather. Looks good. Sun's out, just came out. So pretty. I think Lord is a fitting first choice, as Jesus has risen and it's snowing and the sun is out. Every day is a blessing. Thank you, God. Magic. Your ride is groomed. There they go. This is gorgeous. So it's more of a low barometer cold today. It's a lot of instability, and the snow is just growing out of a blue sky, really. Well, it looks like a dark sky over there. Look how hard it's snowing down towards the Mad River Valley, KMM. Reed, Carl, watching the Huskies win, and Don is halfway done. Did they say a nice snow shower for Easter morning at 9:45 in the morning? I don't think they did. What did they know?
They.